Still trying to get the company sold here. I haven't really, I really haven't pushed it at all, and I've got a broker that I'm not real thrilled with what's going on because, you know, he really hasn't found the right segment, I guess. You know, I'm looking for someone who, like me, wants to really do this and is got diverse talents, I guess I would say. You know, you'd have to know how to weld and how to bend sheet metal and you know, some basic things. The thing is, what he's saying is people are coming back and saying the patent really doesn't mean much because the Chinese can just start making this, and what am I going to do about it? Well, I don't really care. And I kind of told him that I don't care if the Chinese or any other country wants to copy my design and do it, that's fine. What am I going to do about it? I'm going to do nothing. I don't care. What I care about is United States. Now, if they copy my design and import them into the United States, I can bring a lawsuit against them importing it, which would block them at the border. But I don't think that would ever happen. You know, the main thing is to protect someone who buys the company would be protected under my patent, that someone, another trike company or something couldn't just start producing it and drive them out of business or whatever. Because the big boys, that's kind of how big boys work, is you either buy up a company and liquidate it, or you go against them and you go at them at a loss until they're out. You know, that's the way that works. But I guess if I was to do it over, if I could, you know, look into the future, I probably wouldn't have spent the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars I spent getting the patent done. It's not an easy task, especially the first time you do it. And there's a lot to it, and you really have to hire an attorney that knows patent law very well. And the guy I hired was very expensive. I think at the time it was $550 an hour. Now it would probably be closer to $800 an hour. But they write up the patent so that it's really hard for someone else to infringe on it. And that's the key. There's a real trick to it. So anyway, I guess, you know, it was a lot of money, and we'll see if it pans out. I sell the company, and I'm not going to release the patent. I'll keep the patent. That way I have continued control over the quality, because that would be part of the deal, is whoever bought the company would have to maintain a certain level of quality, or else, you know, I don't want the name to get trashed after working on it for 10, 15 years actually, from the beginning till now. But it's a lot like selling real estate. You know, my sister-in-law is trying to sell her house, and that's up north, northern Minnesota, and it's not going so well, and they wanted to drop the price and all this, and you know, the place is empty right now. So now they're talking about staging it, and I said, well, you almost have to do that. You can't sell an empty house because a lot of people, most people, look at a house and they have no idea what it's going to look like when they put their stuff in it. You know, it's hard for people to visualize, because I used to build houses, and you'd show them the blueprint and they didn't have a clue. It looks good. Well, they didn't realize, you know, that some rooms are really too big and some are too small. The visualization is just not there. And so you'd have to kind of coach them through things, and then once you build it for them, then they either like it or don't like it. But to try to imagine what it would like, that's difficult for a lot of people. And that's the same thing we got going here, is it's difficult for people to understand that what I have here is a business where all the mistakes and all the failures and all that are behind me. I figured out, you know, what works and what doesn't work, and you pass the knowledge on to the next guy. You know, that's the key. That's what you're buying, is you're buying the knowledge and the expertise and the method of doing things, you know, in blue sky. I mean, it's pretty easy to figure out that if a young person took this over, a younger person took this over and had a couple employees and went out and actually pushed sales. I mean, I don't advertise. People just come to me, and I always have enough work to do. But if you were to advertise and push it and go to the trade shows, or the rallies, I should say, and have demos and that kind of stuff, this could be big. And this is the trend. I mean, the trend is sport trikes, this type of trike. I mean, you see it in the car industry. Look at all the three-wheel cars that are classified as motorcycles. This is the only way they'll build them, because this works. The other way, that's the way it always has been done, but it's been, you know, it's kind of the thing, just because you do something wrong your whole life, does that mean you should continue doing it? I think Einstein had something to say about that. But anyway, you know, it's still a battle. Still trying to, this summer I'm probably going to push a little harder. So I see my battery's going dead, so I'm going to cut this one off right now. Talk to you later.